Alright, today I got the brand new Sledgehammer weapon, and it's at 100 mastery, and I'll be taking it to the Reaper raid boss to see how strong this new weapon is. Before we start this video, I want to give a shout out to CO5. I'm gonna shorten your name if that's alright, but CO5, if you're watching this video, thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you for tuning in, and if you would like a random shout out in a video, don't forget to hit subscribe as I give a shout out to any of my random subscribers in every video. Now with that out the way, first we must spin a trait on our new Sledgehammer weapon. We're going to try and get Focus 3. Perfect, and now I can showcase the full build with Focus 3. First thing I'll mention is I've got no upgrades in the skill tree. I've got the P-Fresh pet, the Spooky Cat pet, the Pumpkin Head, and the Pirate Hat cosmetic, the HP and AP passive for healthy power synergy. I also have 1 rebirth, so I have an extra 2% in skill damage. And lastly, the upgrades. I've got 4 cooldown and 3 damage. This is a good budget upgrade option if you're low on coins, but I would recommend to get more cooldown. Also, if I failed to mention this earlier, we will only be using the Sledgehammer weapon for the raid and not using any other weapon. So with everything out of the way, let's get right into the Reaper raid and use this frigid hammer. Alright, we just loaded in here and we're at 100 mastery with our Sledgehammer. All the moves and all the visuals of it look super cool. I love the ice theme. I mean, my name is Frigid, so I really like ice themed weapons. So first, let's do a damage test. So for Glacial Impact, does about 300 damage. Then we'll test Permafrost Spin. It does about 466 damage. Then Blizzard Maelstrom. Ooh, that one's doing, well, I did hit some crits, but that's doing about 1k damage. And then our V move, let's see how much it does. 1600 damage. That is with the crit though. So I'm going to get my double damage meter up. Tell me what you guys think about the visuals of this weapon. It just looks so sick. I really like ice visuals on a weapon. All the snowflakes and all the ice colored stuff and all the shards. So now that we got the double damage perk ready, let's use it and we'll do another damage test. So for Glacial Impact, now we're doing 432 damage. For Permafrost Spin, we're doing 668 damage. And then for Blizzard Maelstrom, I did get some crits, but that did about 1000 damage. That might be our strongest move. And then the V move, doing 1200 damage. That is without a crit though. So I'm going to speed up the fight and let's see how long the Sledgehammer is going to take to solo the Reaper raid boss. Alright, we finally took him down. That took 12 minutes and 22 seconds. That was pretty good time for a legendary weapon. Alright, so my final thoughts for the new Sledgehammer weapon. This is a great weapon for a legendary weapon. This might be the best legendary besides Chainsaw in terms of damage. The reason why it has super high DPS is because its cooldowns are so low. You're able to spam those moves so frequently, so even though the damage is pretty low, being able to spam them is pretty nice. And this weapon has the best AoE compared to every legendary weapon here. So it's got great range and great cooldowns. This is a weapon that is very perfect for beginners. If you are a beginner and you roll the Sledgehammer, consider yourself lucky, because this hammer is going to be amazing in Campaign Nightmare and in Endless, because it's going to have such wide range that you can keep away from those high DPS zombies. And in terms of design, I really love the sound design and the visuals of this weapon. And to be honest with you, even though I have the exclusive effect, I actually prefer its vanilla effect a lot more than the exclusive skin that you have to pay with Robux. I just like the design of the ice shards and the snowflakes, and its size looks so sick. I really love this weapon, especially considering the fact they made this weapon for me. This is the frigid hammer. It's all ice themed, it's all frigid. You know, they were just afraid to use the word frigid because, you know, the devs, they're a little bit shy about giving me my very own weapon, you know what I'm saying? You get my drift? But anyways, that's gonna be it for the Sledgehammer video. Let me know your thoughts on this new update and this new weapon. I really like that they're adding more legendary and mythic weapons so that new players have more options and we aren't power creeping the game constantly with divine weapons. So that's how I personally feel about another legendary weapon. I'm pretty happy about that decision. But anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.